Hello there, Aquarius. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Aquarius for November 2017. The whole year's gone. I can't even believe it went by so fast. Well, Aquarius, we got a little announcement I'm going to make before we start, and that's that the prayer class is up and running. I know I didn't tell you guys in October because I wasn't quite sure what was happening, but there's a little short video out there about it. It's on YouTube. It's like 5 minutes long, something like that, that explains everything to you. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's purchased it and all the nice messages I got, and especially to Tony and Lisa. You know who you are, and I want to thank them publicly for the really nice message they left for me on the phone having to do with the class and how much they appreciate it. Just really made it all worthwhile doing it, and all of you that have sent me the private messages about it, thank you very much. And to my husband Jeff, who I am computer illiterate, and this is not a joke at all. Seriously, I can run the Kindle vaguely, but computers, nada. And my husband Jeff's got about 5, 6 levels up on me, which is not saying much most of the time. But somehow, some way, he got that class out to you guys after days and days. But it's out there and it's running. You want to know about it? Information's on a little video over at the website, and it's on YouTube. Well, what I've done for you for the month is I've pulled 4 cards. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month and pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Now, I advise you to look at your moon sign and rising sign just because it gives you a bigger perspective or overall view of the month, and sometimes the sun sign just doesn't, because these are general readings and you can only do so much. And because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. So all us Aquariuses are now Frankie for the time of this reading. Now, I am not an astrologer. I looked up the astrology for us for the month, and it's going to be in our 10th house, which is our profession, business reputation, all of our career interests, contacts with the top people, honors, popularity, anyone with authority over us, like as in the government or parent. It's the opposite parent of your 4th house parent, which I believe when I looked this stuff up, the 4th house is the parent that had the most influence on you. This will be the opposite parent when you were growing up. And yeah, and I did say about someone, your corporation that has power over you or whatever. And then we have a couple words here also before we start. And I was like looking at these cards and looking at the words, and I'm like, wow, the one that stood out to me is the last word. We have contentment, simplicity, exploration, delight, and patience are a word. That last word is standing out to me, Aquarius. So I'm going to say, have a plan in mind when you're moving forward this month. I know it's been really rocky for some of us, but this is in 10th house, and that's our work. So they're saying to me, be careful what we do with our co-workers, as in, blowing up, being short, you know what I mean, or copping an attitude, with them, or being our temper flares up. That's happening a lot with a lot of people, not just us Aquariuses. People's tempers are flaring now when in a moment. And it can happen to us too. If you've noticed, everything's so escalated, even in workplace and relationships. Somebody says one wrong word, and if you don't take that breath before you reply, you're coming out of the gate, like a bull charging. It's just the way the energy is or whatever. So with that in mind, if this does come in our work or partnership situations, because we're all different, Aquarius is, don't do something without consulting everybody involved first, okay? That can keep us out of the blow up situations. And actually, don't take on, if we can't do it, don't bite off more than we can chew this this month. And because they really want us to take care of ourselves. I think because more than anything, so there's something we're responsible for, be responsible for it, be responsible for it. Because I think we're going to need that word patience. Our first card here on the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. I almost forgot who he was. And actually, when it can be male or female, this is a card of, it can be someone younger, it can be a fire sign, not fire, air sign, duh, us. It can be us. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're in our own reading, but this would be us in our own reading in an immature state. Let me put it that way. If I can get the words out of my mouth, Aquarius, because this page, this particular page is a messenger, but he doesn't bring us really great messages. It's kind of like maybe our kid in school failed the college exam and they're in big time trouble, or they did something that they shouldn't have done. That's that exploration word. Or we've done, because these work both ways, and this is an air sign card. We've possibly done something that we shouldn't have done, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a male or female. This is risky behavior that has a consequence with it. Now, the Page of Swords can be us ourselves taking on a new line of thought. So, being as this is in our work house, our career house, we could be, it might have some risk, to go with it, but we're going to explore it anyhow with the page. But when I picked up this card and I really started looking at it, this Page of Swords is ready for battle, and he's always ready for battle because he's sure he'll win. He's like overconfident, so it's cocky confident. And the thing I noticed, which I've never seen before in these cards, I don't know if I can get the glare. Can you see his fingers that are holding the sword? They're bandaged, and so are the ones on this hand. Like he chopped up his own fingers in the process of being so sure of himself. Okay? I don't know why they're saying that or why they brought me to notice that. So some of us may have, we maybe were real content for a while if this is someone around us that's doing something they shouldn't be doing, right? And they broke our state of contentment, and now life is not so simple, and we want it back in our word, delight, and we really need to be patient. So if it's not us and a new thought form, it will be someone who is around us that we're going to, I actually feel this is going to have a direct effect on us somehow, because it's an air sign and we're air sign. So I think it's either someone close to us, someone we know, maybe ourselves. It can be some kid drinking too much, getting in trouble with the law. They're too young to drink. Maybe drugs, getting in trouble like that. But they said to tell you also what this card means in reverse, which is a cocky, arrogant attitude, like a know-it-all attitude around it. So we first and foremost don't want to be that ourselves. So I'm going to say, even though they go both ways, the cards do, because these are general readings. If we're doing that, get your butt out, because you're going to get busted. But I don't believe that's how this is coming down. It's almost like an attitude from either someone else or some kind of situation that's going on. So maybe if this is in our workplace, there's someone there that maybe's not doing their job, getting that cocky, arrogant attitude, throwing stuff on our desk and saying, finish it for me, like they're our boss, and maybe they've been there a month, you know, because younger in being, like as in I'm 18 years old and I'm 45, but I'm still acting like I'm 18. You know, those things go hand in hand because the page is immature. But he brings news of something that not so hot that we don't want, or he is projecting it on us. And I almost feel like a lot of us may have this problem in our lives with someone else. Now, it doesn't have to be an air sign, but that I just gave you those because it goes along with the sword energy. So, someone, kid maybe, failing an exam. These are the things I can think of. Maybe a coworker being cocky, arrogant, know-it-all, you know, but with this risky thing and noticing his fingers are, and they made me do that. They said, look at this. And I'm nearsighted, so I can't see anything unless it's against my nose with my glasses off. So I change glasses all the time and took off my glasses and I looked at his fingers and I thought, he got his own self in the line of fire. So don't be surprised if you get confronted with something like that this month. Now, if it's us and our own thought forms changing, we may be getting a different idea about something, and it could be about this Page of Swords, or it could be a good idea for work too. Now, because I'm saying it in that way because we have that word contentment in there, and our next card here is the Eight of Swords. And once again, air sign again, you know, but the Eight of Swords is like the Two of Swords, the one with the lady with her hands crossed in front of her chest. And this eight, the Two of Swords, we are in complete denial about the choice we have to make. To me, the only thing I think about with that is the really bad relationship, partnership, marriage, whatever, that on the outside they go out, everybody thinks they're wonderful together, you know, it's like, oh, they just love each other so much. We go home and all we do is scream and yell at each other, but we're in denial that it's even happening. With this, we know it's happening. There is no denial with this card. We know exactly what we have to do, and that's what they said, and say it again. We know exactly what we have to do with this card, but we still may feel trapped and unable to do it or to make that choice for whatever reason. And if you'll notice, she's tied up loosely. She's blindfolded. She has all these 8 swords around her. She's tied up loosely. She's blindfolded. In my other card, her mouth is not covered. In this card, her mouth is covered. So she won't speak what she knows to be true either. And when we get this card, it's telling us to step back and make the appropriate choice. Shake those ties off. They're just like a piece of cloth, right? Shake them off, or loosen up one of your hands there and grab one of those swords and cut them off. Take that blindfold off of your mouth and your eyes. Open our eyes, right? You want contentment back? Make the choice, step out of the denial. So if this little arrogant jerk here is causing us some kind of problem, make the choice. If it's ourselves, make the choice. Don't stay in denial any longer. We know what we have to do, and we can do it. We can explore our options. We can be patient with ourselves. We're Aquarius. We're innovative. We have ideas all the time. We know there's something else we could be doing. You know, why ruin our own contentment just because we feel trapped? A feeling of being trapped and the actual trap are two different things with this. So if this was our kid in trouble, right? Be patient, but take off the rose-colored glasses. It's no longer appropriate, right? Because we're up to the task. Our next card is the Chariot, Major Arcana card. That is swift, moving forward. But it also shows that we are in control of ourselves. We are in control, and we can turn those horses, turn them around on a dime. We are moving fast. Things are changing fast. We are adapting fast. And we don't have a problem with stepping up to the plate and changing direction at any given moment. So if this little Page of Swords here was causing us difficulty, we are no longer content, our word, to keep our simple life. We are pulling off the blindfold. We are exploring our options. We are patient, but we are not fooled. We are patient, but we are not fooled. So if this is a work situation, I need a new skill, I may be saying, with the oh, I'll chop my hands off if I do that, but I have a better idea how to do it better, and I pull those blindfolds off and untie myself, take the promotion, step up to the plate. I have capacity. I can adapt. I can move these horses. They're black and white. They're either or. Whatever it is I have to do, I can do. Because our next card's the Hierophant. So we got two major arcanas in a row, and this one is authority over, like maybe it's the corporation, it could be the college the kid got in trouble with, it can, anything that is religious, like a religious organization, a political organization, the organization we work for, the school, something that has a format that we need to comply with. So maybe in this case, maybe we want to be the head of our company. If we were thinking on job, what did they say in that 10th house? Oh, contacts with top people. This might be the top person. I want to make contact with them to get that new promotion or whatever. I was going to marry this guy and I changed my mind. This could be the church, or guy or girl, could be the church organization that we were going to go have the wedding to, but I pulled off the blindfold and I stopped myself at a moment's notice, right? And made that turn or that change. We got this card here. We are going to have to adapt, or someone around us has to adapt to that order and rule. Or we could just want to. We want to belong. They have a set of rules. We follow the rules, Maybe our husband, wife, there's a set of rules they have to follow. We have to be in alignment with that in order to help them perhaps move forward. If it's coming, this reading might be, for our partner. But with this card also, if I step out of line, there is a punishment for it. So if I don't follow the rules, everybody's going to be mad at me and I'll get my hand slapped or I'll get kicked out of the organization totally. Or maybe it's the church and the minister says I have to go under my new-to-be's husband's religion or they won't marry me in the church. I want that nice, content life with my new husband, so I'll say I agree for right now and go forward with it. I'm patient. I can change my mind later. I don't know why they just said that, Aquarius, but it must mean something to somebody. But I know with him in there, before you act, have a plan. Before you act, have a plan in motion. Because I have to tell you, if this is career, actually taking off the blindfold, maybe quitting a job if I had to, with that Page of Swords in there, moving forward with the Chariot, rapidly adapting to a new idea at the new job rapidly, because then we have the Ace of Pentacles. as our final card, which is unbelievable. Here's the source, hand out of the cloud, fresh new start financially, right? So, maybe if this is the kid getting in all trouble, we say, hey buddy, you don't get your act together. I am no longer going to stay in denial with that blindfold on about who or what you are. You're adhering to my hierophant, my set of rules, end of story, and I can change those rules anytime I want. And I'm cutting off your money because I need a new supply for myself, because I'd like to have that word, delight, in my life. I'm patient, but I'm taking back my bucks. If that's the way the situation's coming down. If this is career only, though, this is almost like a promotion for us, or a new job at a new corporation with a chariot where it's fast moving, so we're going to just get hired and get moving. It would be that type of deal, but it's money coming in because of it. And if it's a choice that I made, right, with that Page of Swords, a choice I made with that because of it, because I made the right choice, quit denying, and feeling trapped, my money flow gets way better. This is the path and the door. I'm looking through here. Here's the door, the path, to go lay on the beach, Aquarius, for us, and a nice vacation in a sunny place, this month. While I'm in North Carolina, so it's a lot warmer here than it is up north. But if you're up north, maybe laying on the beach in the sun with my newfound extra cash. Or the front money I got to take on this new job. Wouldn't that be really excellent? So make sure I can change on a dime with that chariot. Make sure if I'm making a decision, I consult everybody involved. I'm not going to blow my cork, even with this Page of Swords in here. Not going to blow my cork. I'm going to be patient, our word patient, be content, but I'm not going to be a fool. And if this is me and I'm doing it, I just may be taking on a new line of thought, been in denial about the fact that I can't quit this job. And finally I decide to send out some resumes, and I find out, holy minga, other people want me and they'll pay me more money, and I'm going. So I just do it. Maybe I have to learn a couple new skills, adapt to a few new or different rules with the chariot in there and the hierophant, but I'll be darned, I'm exploring my options and I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. The more I look at that chariot, the more it looks like I'm going to do it fast. Those horses, you see the chariots in the movies, those guys really move, Aquarius. And what better than us to be innovative and perhaps in even seeking whatever rules we put down on this little Page of Swords, if it comes up that way. Wow. Well, I want you to think about, I have never pulled this card. And I want you to think about this, because as soon as I saw the word and looked down at it, I thought, wow, maybe so with the Page of Swords. But the word can go with our work, because we have the Hierophant in here. The word is family, Aquarius. And that's our angel card. Family can be all of our co-workers too. Family can be our friends that at work, those kind of things also. But it's an absolutely beautiful picture. The lighting in here is really bad today, but it's beautiful. They have teddy bears and a baby. The baby has a star with a light shining all around it that looks like a top. It says the situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you understand and heal. Oops. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. That is a gorgeous card. I must say, let me find it in here. So I've never pulled it before. It says, this card means that the question you asked about is related to a family issue. It could be that some healing work is needed concerning one particular family member. It's the first person who comes to mind while reading this. Or the card might signal a need for more family togetherness, such as spending an evening or a holiday together. Your angels will guide you through this passage. The additional meanings are a new addition to your family is entering. I didn't see anything to do with birth here, but I guess that's a possibility. It would be. Maybe the Page of Swords is going to tell us they got their girlfriend pregnant, or, the opposite there. You have friends who are like a second family to you. That's true. I think that's a lot of what will change if this is in a work situation. It's time to face old feelings so they can be released and cleared. Release an unwanted pattern by forgiving one or more family members, including yourself. Well, they did tell us don't be this Page of Swords because we are air signs. Well, Aquarius, that's our reading for this month, and I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and for all of your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them, even though I don't get a lot of time to write y'all back. And anybody who wants to neb about me or know more about me, all the information is over at the website, and so is the YouTube videos over there too, if you want to find out more about the prayer class. And to everybody that, if anybody who wants to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is at the website in the About section below or above or wherever the About section is. And to everybody I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and to everybody I've met through 28 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. I have an excellent job. Hopefully I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.